How we all doing today? I got told to make sure I didn't run over time because I'm what's standing in between you, snacks, and beer. So we're definitely going to go through this at a good clip. My name is Merritt. I'm a security consultant for Blue Bastion, and this is Improv Comedy for Hackers, or Whose Lie Is It Anyway? Quickly, show of hands, who does social engineering as part of their job in here? Who likes Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's where my fan base is. That's good. All righty. So what is this class? This class is going to introduce techniques used in improv comedy, not necessarily shows you see on stage, but a lot of the training we do in order to get ready to be on stage, to have that quick thought, that communication, that ability to make it look like we know what we're doing even though we just walked in off the street. A little bit about me. I have about 10 years of improv comedy and stand-up experience, and about 3 years of cybersecurity experience. So, I had to take my strengths where I could, and this has actually served me very well. So we're going to start with my favorite joke, though. How do you catch a unique rabbit? Oh, some of you have heard this before. You sneak up on it. It gets better, though. How do you catch a tame rabbit? The tame way you sneak up on it. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about what is improv. Improv is a type of performance that's pretty, on the spot, in the moment. It's not necessarily rehearsed material, okay? You see a lot in music, some of the best music, jazz and blues improv. It's amazing. But what is improv comedy? It's the same thing, but it's funny. All right. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the mindset we want to get into for social engineering. A lot of people come up to me and they're like, I want to do social engineering. I've been asked to do it as part of my job before, but I don't feel good about it. I don't like lying to people. I don't either. I would hate to be in that mindset where I had to feel like I was doing that for work. So I don't have that mindset. To me, it's a game. It's a game, both in improv comedy and when I'm doing phishing calls, setting up phishing emails. And you've got to be in the right mentality. You've got to find that inner 5-year-old, that I am Batman, and you believe it. Who else used to play with their cousins, brothers, and sisters and go, the floor is lava, everybody jumps on the chair, mom comes in and yells at you about messing up the couch. All right. That's the mindset we're going to want for this. All right, so this is the only time I promise that I'm going to ask everybody to do something. Everything else from here will be a little bit voluntary, okay? But just in case you get in the mood where you're going to want to come up here and do stuff, for safety reasons, we got to stretch out a little bit first, okay? So everybody please stand up. Okay, we're going to want to start with the neck, all right? So just kind of all the way back, all the way forward. Nice and slow. All right. Everybody feeling a little more loose? Okay, let's take the arms. We're going to get them like this, kind of roll them back and forward. Very good. You should feel it in your shoulders a little bit, right? Okay, next we're going to stretch the legs. So we're going to put one leg forward and bend, other leg forward and bend. Everybody got that? All right. Now we're going to do them all together, okay? All right, yeah. That looks pretty goofy, right? Everybody had the good little chicken dance going? That's what being silly feels like. Did anybody get hurt? I heard a couple yeses. That just means you need to stretch more before the pre-stretch. All right. So one of the big fears that people have is looking silly. The worst that happens is someone gets a good chuckle. There's nothing really bad about it. Stephen Wright, great man, one of my favorite philosophers, used to say, remember, half of the people you know are below average. You could pick which side of the room that's on. And to show I practice West Beach, I have no problem looking stupid. I enjoy it. These are all from the last couple years, except for Halloween. Halloween, I work a haunted house, and I am scary. Okay, so what's the end goal of this class, right? We want to help you get into a mindset where whether it's being social engineering, whether it's getting up in front of a room and people are talking, whether it's I'm out there looking for a job and I'm a little hesitant to go talk to people at the booth, We want to get rid of the fear of communication and kind of get in the mindset where we're okay with talking to anybody. We're okay getting out there and potentially looking silly. Because, I mean, none of you are going to look sillier than being a giant chicken you were a few seconds ago, right? Act like you know. There's a reason con men have that name, confidence. So I assume everyone in here knows, Mrs. Thayer knows I've magically created something that will fix all of you, right? How many people know my man Chuck Finley? All right, this is how I know I'm aging out of my demographic. Chuck Finley is from a television show called Burn Notice. He plays a retired FBI agent, but he's always going in as Chuck Finley. And the whole thing is he always acts like he knows. Now, the reason we want to be able to do things with speed, confidence, presence, and awareness is it draws attention to you. Those present confidence, whether you're feeling it or not. If you quickly do something, you confidently say something, you're quick on the reply, you're putting out that vibe. Because these are the two type of audiences you have in life, viewed from the mindset of a comedian. You can have the exact same jokes, and this is what you want to get. And I've been in rooms with this. And how many of you are now waiting to see how many more times I can do this cross without tripping over this and falling? But it's the ability to stay calm, stay cool, stay collective, stay in that same mindset, whether things are going your way or not, that these exercises help us get to. All right. So we're at our first game where I am going to ask for volunteers. Who wants to get up here and learn a game? Sir, come on down. Ma'am. I'll take 4 more. Let's go. Come on. Someone bail on you? Yeah. Again, so these games we're going to be learning today and we're going to be doing are, again, not stuff you're necessarily going to see on stage, but it's stuff we do to practice the skills necessary. So in a second, we're going to form a circle, and we're going to play one of our favorite warm-up games called Zip, Zap, Zop. Anybody here ever play Zip, Zap, Zop? Who hasn't taken my class? All right. So the way this game works, we're going to get in a circle. So come on, let's make a big circle. And if you guys want to make your own circle and play this somewhere else in the room, I got people to come make sure you're doing it right. No? All right. They're all waiting for the more complex game later. Okay. So how this game works is you can point to anyone in the circle who's not immediately to your left or to your right. Okay? That's the hard part. So if I go first, I'm going to point at you and I'm going to say zip. You're then going to point at somebody and say zip. Look at that, guys. They got it without even being told all the instructions. All right, so let's do a little bit of that. Kick it off.
Zip. Zap.
Zop.
Zip. Zap. Zop.
Zip.
Zap. Zop. Zip.
All right. They got that quick, right? All right. Now we're going to take it up a notch. Okay? So now we're going to build a pyramid. We're going to go from 1 to 5 and then back down to 1. So the first question is, we're not even saying 1, 2, or 3. What are you talking about? Here's how it's going to go. The first round is 1. We're going to do it just like we did. Zip, zap, zop. Then we're on 2. So zip. Who wants to take a guess? Zip, zap, zap, zop, zop. 3. Zip, 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 zap, 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 zop, zop, zop. All right. Now, who thinks we can get it on the first try?
Come on.
Not going to happen, not going to happen. What happens if we mess up, though?
Somebody dies.
Oh, wow. You guys play for high stakes here in Virginia.
No, listen, what we do is we put all of our social security numbers on the board.
Actually, if you'd stand a little bit closer to my scanner, we can make that happen. No. So again, nothing happened when we look like silly chickens, right? So in comedy, failure is funny. So what we're going to do is we're all just going to go and go, ah, and start over again. Got it? Because we're celebrating failure, because that's also how you get better, right? All right, so up to 5 and back down. I'm seeing confidence. All right. Zip. We're starting at 1. Okay.
We're so cooked. It's so over.
All right. Ah! All right. Zip.
Zap.
Ah! What's worse, guys, is that's my ringer. Zip.
Zap. Zip. Zap.
Ah! All right.
That was fun.
It was fun. It was fun, yeah. Zip.
Zap.
Zap.
Ah! All right, how about a big round of applause for them? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, we're moving to the next ringer for the next one. All right. It's a fun game. It's kind of a fun introductory game. You can play this with small groups when you're getting to know each other. But why does it develop skills, and what skills does it develop to help you communicate? Well, clear communication for one, because I'm not just saying zip. I'm looking at the person that I'm saying zip to, so there's eye-to-eye contact, so I'm working on that good communication skill so you know who I'm talking to. Additionally, I'm pointing, so it's very clear who I'm looking at, who I'm talking to, and then I'll loudly say zip. So you're working on developing those skills. Now, while that's going on, you can't just be sitting there thinking, all right, I got to look, I got to point, and I got to say a word. Because you also have to know what word is coming up. You've got to keep track of, am I on 2? Am I on 3? Did that guy just say zop? I wasn't thinking. So those are the skills that it helps you with, and it helps you do clear communication while still keeping track of what's going on around you. How many of you have been in a conversation with someone and you're sharing something really important, and you can tell in their eyes they're just waiting for their turn to talk? Everyone who's married, go ahead. All right. But this helps you practice keeping track of what else is going on while also communicating. Any questions? All right. Okay, everybody stand up, look at the person next to you, go ahead and try it. See, they caught on because I said it was the only mandatory one earlier. Never should say that. All right. Next, we're going to talk about a philosophy you might have heard of if you've heard anything about improv. And this is what really kind of got me thinking about better ways of doing social engineering mindset. The philosophy is called yes and. So what you're doing is you're accepting whatever the person has just said to you or told to you, and you're adding to it. Now, part of yes and, you don't question, you don't say no, and you build. For example, let's say I'm brand new at fishing, let's say I'm doing sales calls, let's say it's any sort of communication on the phone that I have to do and it's required. You might have seen a flow chart for yes-no answers before. Now, this is kind of a deceptive chart because if you ever ask if I want a donut, the answer is yes. But you've got the whole flow through. Do you want a donut? Yes. Do I deserve it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? But this is a fixed conversation. You have options, but yes and no are your only choices, and you've only got so far you can go with it. So you've got someone on the phone, you're trying to get them to give up that password. What happens when you get all the way down to the end of it and they have another question, another statement, another reason they're not going to go ahead and give you their password? Where do you go from there? You're now stuck improving whether you prepared for it or not. So let's talk about yes and. It's simpler. It's a continuous linear conversation. Yes, someone gave you a pineapple. How do you take that pineapple and you make it better? You make it one of the mixed drinks you're going to have when you're done with my conversation here tonight. So someone hands you that, you make it better. So what this does is it never really paints you in a hole in a conversation. So whether you're, again, trying to get the password, you're introducing yourself to an employer that you want to work for. You've got to give a presentation to a boardroom. The yes and philosophy allows you to absorb whatever was just said, add to it, and continue on in the conversation. How am I doing on time? I feel like I'm going fast. Okay. So, did you know that if you have Hulu on your iPad and you want to project it onto a screen, Hulu won't let you do that. I know that now. That's why there's no video playing. But I wanted to talk a little bit about getting into character, because a lot of people worry about, I'm going to play this part, I'm going to do this, I'm going to dress up like the UPS guy and walk into a building, I'm pretending to be IT support. They start questioning themselves. Why am I doing this? Who's this character? Why is all this going on? And there's a great episode of Family Guy that actually had some of the best acting advice I've ever heard, believe it or not, from Stewie Griffin. And he'd gone a little bit crazy, and he was giving an interview about when he was on the movie Officer and a Gentleman, and it went something like, I just couldn't understand why my character was taking such abuse from a lower-ranking officer, and the director said to me, Stewie, you don't have to understand it because your character does. And that's why I don't do Shakespeare. But that's the idea is, with the confidence thing, and yes-anding, you don't have to know why you're doing something. You just go with the feeling. You don't have to explain to someone else. Think about your own job. You walk up to do the job. Do you ever stop and explain to whoever you're talking to exactly why you're doing each step you do? No, you know what you're doing. It's maintaining that same mindset through this sort of situation. All righty. Who's feeling brave now? Come on back up, guys. Really, you guys are going to have the same guys do it the entire time? All right. Now you, Ronnie. You embarrassed me last time. Can I get 2 more volunteers from somewhere? Come on up. Oh, perfect. All righty. All right. So the beautiful part is we're not going to be doing a circle this time, so that takes some of the complexity out of it. So this game is work called 3-sentence scene. And this is a training exercise we do to help you immediately develop rapport and set the situation. Again, this type of skill really helps you with when you're talking to someone, when you really don't know what you're talking about, but it helps you keep in that mindset of being able to fake the funk. Again, social engineering is present, but also when you stumble outside of what you're expecting to in a presentation or something. So me and Nikhil, we're going to go first, which is no indication it's going to be a good scene. But the concept is you've got 3 sentences, and in just those 3 sentences, an audience member should be able to tell more or less what the relationship between your 2 characters are. Keep in mind this is improv, so we don't know who they are until we get a suggestion from the audience. So, can I get a suggestion from the audience of some place you would like to go on vacation? Paris. All right. You want to go first or second? That wasn't part of the 3 sentences. That's a very good looking pile of baguettes you got there.
Not for you.
But I want some.
Sorry. Nope, my problem.
You've gone past 3. You've gone past 3. All right. But, again, he had no idea what I was going to say. All we knew was we were in Paris. I walk up, good pile of baguettes. Quickly, you could tell, he just became the merchant selling the baguettes. I'm someone who wants to buy the baguettes. And now kind of the audience, you've got an idea of the scene. But again, the practice is practicing that so that you get in that quick thinking mindset. It's actually harder for this person going second because they have no control over where the scene's going. All right, so everybody, you guys want to pair up and try this out? All right. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, cool. You gentlemen first. All right. So, all right, here's your suggestion. All right, everybody's got a junk drawer at home, right? All right, so you go home, you walk through your front door, you're in the kitchen, you pull out the junk drawer, you reach all the way in the back. What's the first object you pull out of there? Wine opener. I heard batteries and wine opener. We're going to hold on to wine opener. We'll use that for the next one. All right, gentlemen, your scene is batteries. Make of it what you will.
I need some batteries so I can make sure I can get the low battery achievement on my circuit badge.
Give them a hand for trying there, guys. Big job. No, it was good. It was good. It was good. Again, that's part of why it's a exercise game, so that you're used to being put on the spot like that. All right, let me get my next two. Gentlemen, and again, you can decide who's going first or second. Or you could just start talking first, and that way you win, right? All right. Your suggestion is wine opener.
Man, this is a great bottle of wine, but I need something to open it.
After a long day, you definitely need that open. So you got to find a tool for it.
I think I need a wine opener.
Very good.
Great job, great job. So again, stated a problem. Through the answer, we now know kind of the relationship. That's, it's not a wine steward, they're not at a store, he's helping him solve a problem. They both agree they need that bottle open. Great job, guys. All right. Let's see. All right. We've done vacation, we've done junk drawer. All right. So you're walking down the street. It's late at night. It's here in Richmond. You turn the corner. You see something in an alley. You turn the alley. What's standing in front of you? I heard rat and cowboy. All right, so guys, your suggestion is rat in a cowboy hat.
Rat in a cowboy hat.
Yosemite mouse, if you would. Aghast, a rat in a cowboy hat.
Yeah, where'd that come from?
He's got a gun.
One big hand for everybody. Thank you guys so much. I think I've only ever seen aghast written. I don't think I've ever heard it said out loud before. That was awesome. Thank you. Aghast! Blimey! All righty. It was great, guys. Thank you. All right. So what sort of things do we work on in that? We're working on that speed and confidence. That'd be able to quickly react and then say whatever you're going to say with that confidence that makes it sound like you might have thought of it ahead of time. Really good examples for some first-timers up here. One of the other things this does is it teaches you to cut down on filler conversation. That's that same stuff we're talking about where you might be a little bit nervous when you're going somewhere, so you're kind of over-explaining what you're doing, and they're staring at you weird because you're there to deliver a package while you're telling them your life story. But it helps you kind of get past that, and again, get that confidence of being able to quickly respond. And it also helps you to adapt to a situation on the fly. There's a saying in the Marine Corps, no plan survives first contact. And that means is no matter how well you planned on something to go, nothing ever goes flawlessly, right? Example, videos from Hulu won't play on screens. I don't know if you knew that. All right. So, this is called red ball, blue ball. This is the one where we can play up to 3 different groups, but I'm going to need at least 6 people. Would anybody new like to volunteer? Maybe someone who already has one of the balls we're going to use. It was a trap. That's right. Come on. Come on. All right, let me get 6 people. Same ones are always welcome. Appreciate you guys. New people too. We can have more than 6. I just need at least 6. So the reason I got into improv. Oh yeah, no, you can come up. No, if you volunteer someone else, you volunteer yourself. That's how that works. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then, the shame and guilt, so we get the other one, that works. So this is a lot of fun for me. I actually started doing this a while back because it was much cheaper than therapy. And people didn't believe what I was saying. Never mind. All right. So this is kind of an evolution of Zip Zap Zop. That was great. And that is the correct response. All right. What is this?
That is a basketball made for children.
That is correct. It's a basketball made for children. Good job. All right. So, like Zip Zap Zop, this is going to work on communication while also listening skills, but we're going to add in an extra level of being able to mentally keep track of what's going on in the physical environment around you. Sounds exciting, right? All right. All right. So, let's get into a circle.
Thank you for blocking, sister. That's projector screen for me. Just stay. It's circling.
Okay, guys, I was the one educated in Florida. You guys should know what a circle is, all right? All right. So what we're going to do, just like Zip Zap Zop, I'm going to get that clear sight line to whoever I'm talking to. It cannot be the person to my immediate left or right. Noted. I will move around the circle, sir. All right. But this time, I'm going to want to say some communication coming the other way so that they know that I'm communicating to them. So I will look at someone, and I will say, black ball. I will throw it, and he will say, black ball, thank you.
Black ball. Thank you.
So now he knows I'm talking to him. He knows what I'm communicating. And I know that he received the communication. For the more stronger technical side over here, Zip Zap Zop is UDP. This is TCP. Okay. All right.
He connected the dots.
Yeah. All right. So you guys go ahead and start that. I'll be right back.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
Black ball. Thank you. Black ball.
Black ball. Thank you. Black ball.
Black ball. Thank you. Black ball. This is the last 20 minutes of the class, by the way.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
White ball.
Oh,
Black ball.
Oh.
Thank you.
black ball. Black ball. Thank you.
White ball.
Black
Thank
ball.
you. White ball.
Black ball, thank you.
White ball, thank you. White ball.
White ball. Thank you. Black ball. Thank
White
you.
ball.
Black ball.
White ball.
Black ball.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh, fuck. White ball. Black ball. Thank you.
Black ball. Thank you. Black ball.
Black ball. Thank you. Black ball. Black ball. Thank you. White ball. Black ball.
White ball. Thank you.
Thank you.
White ball.
White ball, thank you.
Black ball. Thank you.
White ball.
White ball. Thank you.
Black ball.
White ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
Black ball. Thank you. Give him a big round of hand. Oh, no. You thought you were done. That's adorable. There's more. Okay, so see what we did in this one. We had the clear communication. We were passing a ball. You had to keep track of who had the ball, communicate clearly that you were sending the ball, communicate clearly that you were receiving the ball. What did we do then? We added another ball. Because again, in the real world, nothing's going to be happening in a vacuum, right? So guys, what was your first reaction when I threw out the other ball? Surprise.
I knew it was going to happen.
It's a smart man. You were just like, whatever, that's cool. I was still hung up on the UDP TCP thing. That was fun. I like that. Okay, so you guys think we could pick that right back up and do it again? Yeah. All right. So let's do this. Everybody in the circle. Okay. Now let me ask you a quick question. What was the difference between the two balls? Size
And color.
and color.
And texture.
Texture. Very good. So like one of them you probably used two hands on, right? Yeah. And the other one was little. We could one hand ball. So I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to remember what it felt like when you held on to the black ball. Okay. All right. Now, just throw that ball in the air. It doesn't matter to who. Just get rid of it. All right. Now, I want you to remember what it felt like to hold on to the little white ball. He just let the ball drop. He didn't even try and catch it over there. That's cool. All right. So we all got that succinctly in our head, right? Okay. Open your eyes. Black ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
Black ball, thank you.
Black ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
White ball.
Black ball. White ball. Thank you. White ball. White ball. Fuck. And that's a packet drop.
That's a packet drop. All right, one more time. Okay. Here, why don't you take this one? Start us
I'm
off.
so honored. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Black ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball.
White ball.
Black ball, thank you. Black ball. Black ball.
Black ball. Thank you. Black ball.
White ball, thank you.
Oh, right in the face. Ah! Hey, one big round of applause again for him. So again, it's a step up. And keep in mind, again, these are exercises that help you develop your communication skills, your thinking skills, your ability to act and react. And you can get more and more complicated with them. I have seen Zip Zap Zop go all the way to 5 and go back down. It's rare, it happens. I've played, the original name of the game is called Red Ball, Blue Ball, and I've seen it played with 4 different colored balls before. But it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to kind of get your mind working, get that confidence, get that ability to react quickly, talk to others. And if this is sort of thing that interests you, either for development of social engineering, feel free to contact me, or I urge you, when you get back to your communities, look for our local improv group that does classes, and then ask whether the classes are way too expensive, and if they are, don't go to that improv group. But generally, any sort of group you can find this, and this will help you, again, practice. Eventually you can get on the stage if that's something that interests you, and if not, it's a great communication skill to have. So for that, it's a list of the exercises we've done. Normally, if we have a little bit of time, I Can Do Better and Beastie Rap. That one goes crazy at conferences, and usually we have to have a couple rounds in us first. But that being said, if anyone has any questions about improv, about social engineering, about how I came to using improv classes for getting ready for social engineering, the floor is yours. Fire away. Or if you're just trying to sit quietly and not move because you think of me as a T-Rex and I see motion and I'll make you do something funny, that's fine too. All right, if there are no questions, hey, thank you all very much, particularly to those who volunteered. Appreciate you.